everyone, I'm Connie Roberts.
I'm Jim Skokoza.
And I'm Tracey Trenery. Today's show is all about vegetable gardening, and we're going to take a few road trips.
And we're starting off right here at Pocono Organics up on the mountain by Pocono Raceway.
So we're going to go in and check it out.
Hey, we're here at Pocono Organics, and this is Ashley Walsh. She's the founder. And Ashley, I noticed on your website when I was doing a little research, you had a line in there that says, "Opportunity sometimes presents itself from adversity." What does that mean?
So this farm here at Pocono Organics was a very personal mission for me. The concept started in 2015. I suffer from a stomach condition called gastroparesis, which means I have a paralyzed stomach, and I can't digest fruits, vegetables, and meat like you guys would. I have to eat like a toddler, make soups and purees and juices and smoothies, and that's how I get my nutrients. And I reached kind of the end of the road with Western medicine, and they wanted to cut out my stomach, give me feeding tubes, put me on an array of medications that had horrible side effects. And I started working with new doctors at that time, and I adopted organic lifestyle using non-toxic products and plant-based supplements. And simply by using food as medicine, I improved my quality of life, undeniable results that I went from being sick 5 days a week to 5 days a month. I ended up having a 9.3-pound baby that I wasn't even sure if was going to be possible.
Wow.
And just really reclaim my life. And that's why we started this farm. It started as a small community farm at 50 acres, just to teach people about regenerative organic agriculture, how it helps human health and planetary health, improves soil and water quality. And we just wanted to have other people have the same kind of experience I did. If I can get one person to have improved quality of life and get off their medication, and also be educational to teach them before they get a diagnosis to be more preventative, such as like our kids program, Clean Food, Dirty Hands, and teaching them from a young age and giving them experiences of how to eat in a healthy way, how to plant and get their hands dirty and harvest and get them involved so that they are not learning how to eat in a healthy way at the age of 40 after some kind of diagnosis comes their way.
Well, that's awesome. Good for you.
Well, this is all fairly new. How long did it take you to get to this point from starting?
So 2015 is when the concept started, but our first year of field crops was 2019. So this is our third year of field crops. And then this building, it's coming up on our year anniversary that our main facility is complete, where we have a 30,000 square foot processing and packaging facility along with our market and cafe, and then 40,000 square feet of greenhouses.
What's the difference between conventional farming and organic farming?
So organic farming is much healthier for the world and for human health. We don't have any GMOs, no pesticides or toxic chemicals are added to our plants. So we're not depleting the soil of the microbes and the healthy things that are in there. We're regenerating and rebuilding the soil, because not only are we USDA certified organic farm, but we're soon to be a regenerative organic certified farm, which means that soil health is the #1 priority. And if we make the healthier we make the soil, the more nutrient dense our crops are going to be. So we've lost 50% of our nutrients in our food since 1950, since conventional farming and chemical usage became the norm in traditional farming. And so we're going back to the way that our grandparents used to farm when they just called it food. So taking all those toxic chemicals and taking them out and using natural techniques and cover cropping and things to regenerate the soil to make it healthier for generations to come.
It sounds a little complicated when you're saying it like that, but I mean, what are some of the easy things that we can do as homeowners at our own gardens at home?
Definitely reduce the use of any pesticides or weed killers in your yard. There's lots of alternatives online where you can boil water and add salt to it to pour it onto weeds.
The weeds, sure.
There's a mixture of Dawn and other things that you can mix together. So looking for alternatives, and my favorite one is there's a flamethrower that you can have, and you can burn the weeds and burn them up.
I've seen that in action.
And we use that technique here as well, using organic fertilizers, organic seeds, organic potting mix that doesn't have heavy metals and pesticide residuals in there are some things that people can do at home. And adding compost as well. So taking the food waste from your kitchen, starting a compost program in your own backyard, or buying compost from a local farm.
So I would assume with your operation here, you've got opportunities here for growing vegetables and other crops year-round.
Year-round, yep. We have 40,000 square feet of greenhouses. They're 35 feet tall, so very energy efficient and state-of-the-art. So we grow all year round, and people can come pick up fruits and vegetables in our market every day from Thursday to Monday, 8 to 4, and our cafes open 8 to 2 those same days, and after Memorial Day we'll be open every day.
Ashley, let's talk more about the cafe and what you have to offer in there.
We have a Chop Champion chef that runs our farm cafe here. She goes out into the greenhouse, will pick stuff to make that day. So things are either harvested the day before or that day, so you can't get any fresher or more nutrient dense than what she's providing. The menu changes seasonally, but everything in our market is organic or regenerative organic. Our partners at the Rodale Institute provide our pork products here, and we have Bell & Evans chicken.
Now you do seminars here and you hold weddings as well.
Yeah. We have all kinds of private events, everything from corporate events to weddings, and lots of workshops and classes.
So Ashley, maybe you can clear up a little confusion. Okay, so I know CBD and marijuana, they're basically the same cannabis plant. What's the difference between the two?
So the big difference is the THC level. So in 2018, the Farm Bill made industrial hemp legal, which means it has 0.3 or less % THC. So in comparison, marijuana, like medical marijuana, might have 25 to 28% THC. So very, very small amount of THC that's in the industrial hemp plant. And CBD is great. Everybody's heard a lot about it, I'm sure, in the last few years. So this is our third year growing industrial hemp, and we grow it for CBD products. We have a completely certified organic CBD line that we grow here and formulate and make all of our products here in-house to have complete control of our chain of custody, so we know exactly what's going into our products. We have third-party testing results that show there's no heavy metals, there's no pesticides, because when I see people buying stuff at a gas station, I'm like, oh my God, please don't. It has great health benefits and can help a variety of ailments in people's lives, but if you get a good quality product is the important thing. So we, in our third year of growing and researching the plant here with the Rodale Institute, which is the largest organic research station in the world, and it happens to be out of Kutztown. So we have their soil scientists here weekly, and we're doing all kinds of research projects on the benefits of industrial hemp on human health, but also on planetary health, because it's one of the best crops that sequesters more carbon than any other plant on the planet. So by growing this plant, we're taking that carbon out of the atmosphere and putting it into the soil and keeping it there. So making better for planetary health and for everyone.
That's just great.
What if people want more information? You do some tours here. Let's talk about that.
We do. So on weekends, you can reserve your spot online. 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock are our different tour times, and we just started a few weeks ago with those, so people can get a behind-the-scenes look and learn more about regenerative organic agriculture and how it's great for human health, soil health, and planetary health.
And I could tell you, having just done the tour with Ashley, it's worth doing. Yeah, we learned an awful lot today. Hey, thank you very much. This has been a real treat, and I appreciate it. Good luck to you. Come up and visit Ashley here.
Pocono Organics CBD products are now available at Chestnut Hill Nursery. Coming up next, a look at square foot gardening. First Northern Bank & Trust is your local loan specialist for both personal and business needs. Our local decision makers offer fast approvals and customized financial solutions, helping you reach your goals. First Northern Bank & Trust combines friendly service with the latest technologies to make banking quick, easy, and convenient. We continue to grow in Carbon, Lehigh, Monroe, and Northampton counties. Serving you with 11 local branches, First Northern Bank & Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As the weather heats up, you close your windows and your air conditioning system recirculates the same air over and over again inside your home. That air is only as clean and safe as your unit. Right now, RJ Groner can come to you, clean and sanitize your equipment to give you healthy indoor living space, as well as prevent untimely breakdowns. Visit rjgroner.com or call 570-421-7260. Call the Groner team now, serving the Poconos for over 70 years.
Welcome back to the show. You know, that was a great tour up there at Pocono Organics. We had a really good time.
That was great. Ashley was full of knowledge. I learned a lot, really. But now we're at your house, Connie, and I know you do square foot gardening. That's something I really wanted our viewers to know about because it's very simple and very, it's good to fit in small areas. So since you have some firsthand knowledge, would you be willing to share that with us today?
I would. I really enjoy doing the raised beds. We got the materials to put this all together. And and then we talked about, okay, what kind of dirt are we going to use to fill them up? And either you could get 2 yards of dirt to fill all 4 of these, or you could get them in the bags. And I decided to do the bags because it was 40 pounds. It's easier to maneuver around.
Okay.
And so we filled them up. It was 10 bags per raised bed.
Now, what kind of, you used regular topsoil there?
Regular topsoil and a quarter of peat moss of a bale.
Okay, you mixed that all together, okay.
Mixed that all together. Also, I mixed garden tone vegetable food.
Okay, so
it's
that's organic.
So I wanted to keep everything organic because that was important. And so once we mixed all the dirt and got it all together, we made these little grids because you can't actually just buy them, but it helps separate the beds so each is a square foot.
Okay.
So you have 16 in one raised bed.
Okay, so your bed's 4 by 4.
Right.
Okay, super.
So with this bed, we decided we were going to lay the fabric down and then cut out little areas and put our plants in that were already
growing,
got from
seedlings.
the garden center.
Okay.
And we started with that. And so today I just want to show you, we're going to be putting 2 more tomato plants in. Basically, I just want to have a pair of scissors, and I have pre-cut these.
Okay.
But I wanted to put them here and here. I think I have enough room actually. So you just dig the dirt out and put it on the side until you have enough room to get this in.
I see here you have the peat pots, so you're going to plant them right in the peat pots because these are like biodegradable.
Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah, you can do either, Sometimes you can buy them that way and sometimes you can't. So the other ones I just put I pulled them out of their pots, but this one is kind of cool. So I thought I'd try this. And I really like tomato plants. I'm a big fan. I love making my tomato spaghetti sauce.
Okay.
All right, let's...
You grow herbs too, I saw over there in one of the other beds. So you mix that in when you use your fresh herbs when you do your sauce too?
Absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah, I really do like having all the fresh vegetables and herbs. It just makes everything just taste better when you're cooking.
Yeah, it's always nice to know exactly where your food came from.
Yeah. So this tomato is a brandy wine tomato.
Okay.
It's an heirloom and it gets real big and kind of ugly.
Okay.
But it tastes really good.
It's all that matters.
I bought these cages which
yeah,
go around.
I saw them over there. That's really neat.
And they work just perfectly to go around.
It's perfect square foot, and I like
Yeah.
the way they fold for storage too.
Yeah, it's nice. They're a little more expensive, but they're worth it.
They're great. So Connie, I see in this bed you don't have plants. It looks like you may have started some stuff from seed.
We did. We had one frame last year as a raised bed, and we planted carrots, and they came up short and scrunchy, kind of funny looking. So we thought this year we would, double up. Maybe they would grow more normal, and we'd get better carrots. So we learned that from last year. So we did them over here. There's 16 per square foot here. And so they take not that long to grow, but the radishes, there's 16 in here, and that only took to germinate 3 to 4 days, and they're already started here.
Yep, I see that. It's great.
And then the onions, there's 4 per square footage, and that didn't take long. But what took a little longer was the beets, because that's going to take a while to grow. You can't actually buy these beets this early to plant, so it's harder to do that. And we had success with putting the seeds in, so we thought we would do that. So I'm pretty happy with that.
So Connie, how do you know how many seeds, to put in each square foot?
Well, we actually got a cheat sheet off the internet.
Okay, great place.
It is, and it worked great. So we're really happy with how everything worked last year. So we kept the cheat sheet for this year.
Okay. Well, Molly did a segment on square foot gardening on Facebook, and we'll repost that so people can get that information off our Facebook page. So when you have trouble, or do you have trouble with, insects and fungus in the garden, and if you do, how do you deal with that?
Well, I have minimum problems with the insects. I've been pretty lucky.
Okay.
I think it's because I do a deterrent. I plant wildflowers around the back part.
Okay.
And that's been helpful. But if I do get one of those, hornworms on a tomato plant, I just pick them off and just try to stay on top of it. I try to come out to the garden at least once a day and check on things.
Nice.
Tracy, this might not seem like much, but it's neat, it's compact, and I only planted the things that I really like to eat.
That's good. I mean, we were looking at it before, and I thought to myself, like, it's just so nice and neat, and it's almost like keeps you focused on just what you said, growing the things that you're really going to use, only what you're going to use, quantity-wise, and just, it's got to be easier to weed, because once the plant fills in, there's not a lot of room for weeds to grow.
Exactly.
It just seems like a nice, neat, compact way to handle vegetable gardening.
I'm excited to see how everything grows.
Well, I'm expecting to be invited over for some sauce and some spaghetti.
When purchasing vegetables, be sure to check out this helpful poster at Chestnut Hill Nursery to see which vegetable plants complement each other. Up next, we see what Chestnut Hill Nursery staff plant in their gardens.
As the weather heats up, you close your windows and your air conditioning system recirculates the same air over and over again inside your home. That air is only as clean and safe as your unit. Right now, RJ Groner can come to you, clean and sanitize your equipment to give you healthy indoor living space, as well as prevent untimely breakdowns. Visit rjgroner.com or call 570-421-7260. Call the Groner team now, serving the Poconos for over 70 years.
Community. It's where we work. It's where we play. It's where you'll find First Northern Bank and Trust, offering community banking services. First Northern Bank and Trust is a family-owned and operated bank. Our local decision makers offer fast approvals and customized financial solutions. Plus, we keep your money right here in the community, stimulating local economic growth and providing jobs for our friends and neighbors. First Northern Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi guys, Tracy here. I'm going to share with you some of the things that I grow in my yard and in my containers. Unlike my coworkers, I don't grow any vegetables. It's not due to lack of space, it's more due to lack of time. So I like to keep things simple because I do like to cook and I do like to bake. So I generally grow a lot of herbs in pots right outside the kitchen. One thing I really like to do is grow microgreens from seed. Microgreens are great because they're packed with nutrients and antioxidants. I generally like to grow radishes. Last year I did peas. I'll probably do that again. The nice thing is they mature very quickly and you can use them very quickly and cycle through different things. I will grow lettuce and use it as microgreens, but I'll also grow that to maturity as well. And I just do them in this little window box planter. It's great. It's easy to move around, easy to cut from, and sometimes I'll just start stuff on one side, start it on the other, use the one half of it, whatever. It's just very versatile. I like to put them in salads, on fish dishes, just as a side on any plate I make. So let's talk about herbs. Most of my herbs need to be replanted every year in the pots, but every once in a while they come back. And one of my favorite ones, I think it's on its third year, is lemon thyme. You can see here in this pot, it's coming back very slowly, but nonetheless it's coming back. So I'm going to leave it in there, and I will plant other herbs around it. Probably my rosemary, because it will be more upright, and the lemon thyme will just kind of hang over the sides and fill out the whole front of the pot. And I also like to grow parsley, basil, and mint, because who doesn't love a good mojito? The great thing about the herbs is that you can clip them, and the more you clip them, the more you get. It's really a short period of time before they grow back. And I literally probably use herbs every night when I cook. If you like to cook and you think you want to start to grow herbs or vegetables, container gardens are a great place to do that. They're not a huge investment, they're easy to move around. You can find out what you like to grow, what you use a lot, and if somewhere down the road you decide you really enjoy it, you can do something in the ground, plant a garden that you're going to do in the yard and fence in, protect from the deer. Thank you for letting me share my gardening tips with you.
I'm Patricia and I am the office assistant at Chestnut Hill Nursery, and I'll give you the scoop on my vegetable garden today. I have about 1,000 square feet of raised beds. and I mainly grow my kitchen staples that I use. So that's squash, hot peppers, tomatoes, and lots of leafy greens, along with a variety of herbs. I know 1,000 square feet of a garden sounds like a lot, but I actually come from about a 10-acre farm with apple orchards, apricot orchards, and wheat fields. So it's quite a downsize for us, but that's where my love for gardening came from. And this way, with the smaller amount of space to work with, I can grow what I truly do love. I mainly cook at my house all the time, and I have a 3-year-old daughter who loves to cook with me, so she also helps me out in the garden. We don't use any pesticides or anything like that since she's 3 years old, so I like to keep her away from stuff like that. Basically start every single spring by getting some compost in there and doing topsoil if necessary. And we take the seeds from our previous harvest of the year and take them and plant those. We do that by cutting up and prepping the butternut squash, for example, and scooping out the seeds. Then you just have to rinse them off and make sure they're nice and dry and store them in a dry place. I like to use paper bags since there's some air. Then we just use those in the spring and plant those in the ground. Or we like to germinate some of the seeds inside while it's still winter time and have them sprout and then plant the new seedlings. Then after everything's done and grown, we harvest everything, and we like to pickle most of the peppers or make hot sauce with them. With tomatoes, we use them fresh, or we can most of them at the end of the season. Thank you for letting me share the scoop on my vegetable garden with you.
MGJ here, Master Grower Jim. Okay, so I just wanted to share with you guys how I do some of my growing at my home. So one of the things I like to do is I don't like to bend over too much, so too many years of working on the job. So I like to do raised gardens. I have this great little garden trough here, and of course it's standing up in the air, which is great. I don't have to do too much bending over. So what I've done here is I'm growing a bunch of different lettuces, some spinach, and some onions on the end, and this all came from seed. And you can see right now they're growing pretty rapidly. I only put the seeds in here maybe 2 weeks ago or so, and it's working out great. Of course, I use a nice organic soil in here, and we'll actually do 2 plantings of this season. We'll get this first planting done, enjoy the lettuce and the greens, and then we'll do a whole nother planting again. So here's another great idea on how you can do some planting in containers around your place. So we have this new product called Smart Pot, and what we're doing here is we filled this up with a great organic soil. In this case, I put a nice cherry tomato plant in here. Sometimes I stagger the planting so that I can harvest the vegetables I'm growing at different times of the season, because I like to eat a lot of fresh vegetables, and I feel a lot better when I know they grew in my own backyard. So I do a lot of tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, all the lettuces, and plenty of herbs. We use a lot of herbs in our cooking here at home, so they work really well in these pots as well. And it's a lot of fun to watch them grow and move them around on the patio. If you've got a shady area, you can get them out in the sun very easily, pick up the handles and move them around. You can twist them and rotate them so the sun's getting 360 degrees around the plant, and you get a much better harvest that way. So that's the way I like to do it. It's a great way to grow your own vegetables, your own herbs, enjoy the harvest all season long without all the back-breaking work. That's how we do it at my house.
Still ahead, an alternative to traditional container gardens.
Isn't it time for you to start enjoying your backyard just like you see in the magazines and on TV? Hi, I'm Jim Skakoza from Chestnut Hill Nursery, and we're here to help. For over 40 years, we've been creating beautiful landscapes for folks just like you. You can count on us to build it right the first time and create a long-lasting project that'll provide a lifetime of memories. Imagine a new patio, fire pit, or outdoor kitchen. Then complete the scene with amazing outdoor audio and lighting. Together we can dream it, design it, and our expert team can build it. So go to chnursery.com to set up your free consultation. Make this the season you turn those dreams into reality. Start planning that first party now.
Looking for plants you can trust to create a beautiful, easy to maintain garden? All you have to do is look for the Proven Winners name to know you're getting the most distinctive plants on the market. That's because Proven Winners partners with the top plant breeders around the world to ensure varieties that are vigorous, healthy, vibrant, and unique. Chestnut Hill Nursery Garden Center employees are Proven Winners certified. Go to provenwinners.com to learn more about what makes Proven Winners plants different from the rest. Proven Winners plants at Chestnut Hill Nursery, Route 209, Broadheadsville.
Welcome back to the show. We're here at Chestnut Hill Nursery to learn more about what you can use for products in your vegetable garden.
Hey, great job at your place with your square foot gardening, which is fantastic. But a lot of people don't have that kind of room or space to really grow a garden that way. So we really encourage a lot of container gardening. So we have a new product this year that we're using called a Smart Pot. And it's basically a fiber pot. It comes in various sizes and even colors for that matter, that you can actually put your plants in, move them around the patio. The beauty of it is, as opposed to any kind of a hard container, whether it's fiberglass or clay or something else, is that it actually root prunes the plant as it grows. And what that means is that as the bigger roots go off to the side, it's going to hit the air that's circulating into the pot, and it's going to create these feeder roots, which are really where all the nutrients and all the value of the soil comes back into the plant. So these pots are really terrific, and they do a great job, and they're so easy to move around.
They're also great, Connie, because like Jim said, a lot of people don't have space, and when they're limited, these pots are made out of material, a fiber material. So you just rinse them off at the end of the season, and they fold down so you can store them real easily, not like plastic containers. If you have the room, that's great, but these fold down and they're easy to store, so that's really nice. They're BPA free, so you can grow vegetables in them. That's really important to a lot of people. Organic gardeners like things that are BPA free. So there's a lot of benefits to them.
Now, it's always exciting coming here. Not only do you have vegetables for their garden, you have a lot of other flowers as well.
Yeah, and you can grow the annuals in those pots as well.
Sure.
There's a lot of colorful choices in the pots themselves.
Even small shrubs for that matter. We're finding more and more people, whether it's because of deer or sunlight or location or don't have the room, they're doing more and more in containers as time goes on. And these are great because you can pick them up and move them around, even if you have to follow the sun for the day, which is kind of cool too.
So Jim, with the Smart Pots, what kind of soil would you use in that?
Well, generally you want to use a lightweight soil. So there's a Miracle-Gro planting soil or potting soil that you can use. We have a new product we're carrying from coast of Maine that is organic potting soil. It's a little heavier than the Miracle-Gro. You don't want to get it too heavy that you can't move the pots around, but it has to have a little bit of weight to it for the plants to grow properly.
Tracy, if people want more information, what should we tell them?
You can go to our website at chnursery.com. You can check out our Facebook page. We make lots of posts several times a week. Or of course you can come in. Our staff will be happy to help you, and we have a lot of resources here at the nursery.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time right here.
You turn that way, you turn that way, I'll turn this way.
Got it.
I think we're all turning this
We're
way.
ready. Thanks and blah, 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 blah. All right, then what am I supposed to do? We're here at Pocono Organics. And joining us is...
I know, I got it.
Okay.
Wait, I wasn't looking. I was like...
We don't want to be incriminated of saying something.
It's true. I think we already have been.
Is that it? Are we supposed to end it right there?